Okay, now if Argentina face Portugal in the quarterfinal, I absolutely am going to make it rain and go ham on the Pendu fans 100%. Some people, understandably, may be scared. I sure as hell ain't scared. Some people say I should be humble about Argentina. Well, excuse me, Diego Armando Maradona is not here, and we need somebody to do what Diego would be doing if he were still alive. This is how we remember the GOAT of his time and a legend of the game. Diego Armando Maradona, celebrating the goal against Nigeria like crazy, with forming a cross, a crucifix over his shoulders, screaming, shouting, looking at the heavens. When Argentina saved themselves from the group elimination, Diego Maradona was flipping off Nigeria fans, and there's some footage of Diego even dancing with some fine Nigerian women in the stands. My point is somebody has to continue the legacy of Diego Armando Maradona. Somebody's got to honor the legend some way or somehow. We get our moment to knock out Pendu from this World Cup. Do you think Diego Maradona would sit here and, take it easy, bop, good game with Portugal? Hell no. Argentina are champions by not being nice guys. Okay, Netherlands were making it. They were talking smack the whole game. You know the iconic image of Nicole Tamendi. How you like us now? Do you hear us now? Showing up the Dutch players in the penalty shootout. Okay, you need swagger. That's what champions have. They have swagger. That's the best part about Argentina. They know they're the best. They know they're damn good. They know they're better than everybody. You don't play France off the park if you don't think you're the best fucking team head and shoulders above everybody else. And not just Lionel Messi. They dominated Austria and Algeria. They took it to Colombia, who were 28 straight matches unbeaten. They did so without Lionel Messi out on the pitch. Should I be humble? Of course fucking not. People continue to count out and disrespect to Argentina that simply don't know how to lose. Haven't lost in the tournament since 2019, but yet people still count out Argentina. They would rather pick France. They would rather pick Spain. They'd rather pick Portugal. Nobody was picking Argentina before the tournament. But you see, that's disrespect. Argentina won a three-peat for crying out loud in major tournaments, but yet they're not the de facto favorite entering the tournament. It's easy to say after the fact, after Messi scored 5 goals, but before the tournament, I was back in the team that knows how to win. You look at France. How many players know how to win outside of Mbappe? How many players on that team were there at Russia in 2018? That's an entirely new squad. They haven't won anything since 2018. France, they do not have a team of champions outside of Kylian Mbappe. They don't know how to win a major trophy. The only two great teams who know how to win a major trophy is, in fact, Argentina and Spain. Now, Italia won the other major European trophy this decade. They're not in this World Cup. That was an old team. Everybody was retiring from that national team after 2021. But the two teams with the rosters who know how to win a major trophy, who have experience winning major trophy, only Spain and only Argentina. Okay, Portugal, these guys there in 2016, they're not there anymore. Pepe was the last long holdover from that team. Pepe, he's not there on Portugal anymore. Pepe, though, he's a warrior. This guy, Otamendi, is just like him. Pepe deserves all the respect. He's been a great champion all these years. But man, continuing the memory of Diego Armando Maradona, El Hombre Loco on the sidelines, the crazy guy, the crazy dude in the stands. Okay, I'm gonna go absolute ballistic when we beat Portugal. I did cocaine before the World Cup final because I knew I had to honor the G Diego himself. Maybe I should try cocaine again for the first time since December 18th of 2022. Maybe I should be all coked up before we play Portugal. I know who can hook me up with some good stuff. Okay, by the way, I don't recommend doing cocaine at all. Very, very sparingly, okay? But last time I did cocaine, it was 2022, December 18th against France, okay? And we did the business, and that match was ecstasy. It was absolute madness and chaos. But you see, that's everybody's loss. Argentina deserved the right to feel as arrogant as they want to because they deserve to. And people continue to disrespect this team by saying that FIFA is carrying them to victory, that Carnival is carrying them to victory. But I got news for these losers. Argentina still wins stuff without referees. Copa America, Argentina didn't even score a single penalty. You can look it up. That is a fact. Argentina did not execute a single penalty kick when they won Copa America in 2024. They have not had a single goal scored by penalty in the group stage. So you can cry and bitch all you want about penalty, but the facts is France had more penalty in final than Argentina. The referee could, if they wanted Argentina to win so bad, could the referee not give the handball penalty from MBAPPE if they really wanted Argentina to win? Why did the referee give Netherlands 10 extra minutes? That was ridiculous. 10 extra minutes? You can understand 6, 7 extra minutes, 8 extra minutes in stoppage time, but 10 extra minutes? Okay. Referees were very, very biased against Argentina. But yeah, if we play Portugal damn well, I'm going to go full ham on these guys. I will go live for Colombia, Portugal. I'm not going to simply come here for a post match recap. We're going to be live through the whole game because that's when we find out if they get eliminated by Spain one round earlier in the round of 16, or if they get eliminated an extra round in the quarterfinal against Argentina. So Saturday could be the end of Portugal's World Cup once and for all, because they will not beat Spain if they play them in the round of 16. If they play Spain in the round of 16, Spain are going to beat the shit out of them, and Roberto Martinez is going to sabotage that tie and help his country, Spain, win the tie. He's already negotiating to become Al Nasser manager. But who does everybody want to see? Argentina against Portugal or Portugal against Spain? But I asked the question about Finalissima. Its translation is grand final. There are three grand finals, I believe. We can see, and all three of them involve Argentina. FIFA can sit here and say, hey, we're not rigged. Why didn't we have Ronaldo against Messi in the final? You see, if it was all rigged, why didn't we FIFA stage Messi against Ronaldo in the World Cup final? So that's going to be the double talk from FIFA. They're going to avoid this Ronaldo Messi World Cup final, and they're going to say, hey, you see, we're not rigged. Why didn't we stage Ronaldo against Messi in the World Cup final like you say we would do so this whole entire time? Oh yeah, Argentina, they control the midfield. They do. They just clogged the middle there. Bunch of maestros, they were going to win these balls. Steve Paul, especially, and Enzo Fernandez. Okay, these guys are beasts. They are bullies in the midfield. That's what counts. And they can still form these perfect triangles to have quick, concrete passing patterns, horizontal, vertical. You form the triangles, get it out there quickly, and transition. They know how to go out there and do some quick ball movements. Very, very quick, subtle ball movements. Argentina. But as far as the knockout stage goes, Messi's just not going to make it rain with goals every game. Pele has the assist record of 10 assists. Messi has 8 World Cup assists. And really, he should have 9 assists. The last goal against Austria, Messi should have got the assist there, but he missed. But Messi may probably break Pele's assist record. He's 3 assists away from breaking Pele's assist record. If Argentina played Capo Verde, they should win that game 6-0 if they play Capo Verde. Messi can have 2 assists and 2 or 3 goals if they play Cape Verde. That game is at Miami. Cape Verde don't have any fans. I mean, that is a home game if we play Cape Verde. I don't know how many people from Saudi Arabia traveling. It means nothing. Roberto Martinez is rubbish. I heard somebody say, well, who cares about the manager? You got to have some ball knowledge. You got to have a little bit of ball knowledge. Anyone has ball knowledge, they know Roberto Martinez is rubbish. That he's just a yes man. He's not a real coach. You need a real coach to beat elite teams in the knockouts. Portugal, are they really glazing a 5-0 win over Uzbekistan? I mean, Luis Diaz is having a strong season with Bayern. That James Rodriguez, he still got it. He had a pretty fine shot there that got saved by the keeper. James Rodriguez still has it. I think he was in boot winner 2014, but he was balling with Colombia, and he's still balling. Colombia's manager is Argentinian. He is very motivated to send Portugal onto the side of death. Messi got knocked out against in his first World Cup, MBAPPE in 2018. His first World Cup, Yamal, he could eliminate Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a similar pattern to what we saw with Messi in MBAPPE's first World Cup. We could see something similar here. Yamal's first World Cup, he eliminates Cristiano Ronaldo. Exactly. It just does not make sense. Why would they have Ronaldo win the World Cup at the United States over the guy who plays at the United States? It just doesn't make sense. Why would Messi win at 35 years of age, but they have Ronaldo win at 41 years of age? Like, that doesn't make sense. FIFA's own social media channels, they said right after the final, the GOAT debate has been settled. It has been dusted. It doesn't make sense for Ronaldo to win. It just does not compute whatsoever. If they were really trying to win World Cup, Roberto Martinez would not be their manager. Jose Mourinho would be their manager. Jose Mourinho, Nuno Espirito Santo, any other fine manager. A guy who's won something, Roberto Mancini. Wigan and Everton? You guys are not serious whatsoever. Wigan and Everton. You PENDU wanking fanboys. It's so desperate that you think a Simpsons episode automatically foreshadows a Portugal, Mexico. Man, you people, even if Mexico beats England, they may very likely still have to face Brazil. So, how can they play Portugal? No matter what, if Mexico play against England, I believe Messi's got to play England at some point. So, Mexico are going to lose against England if they play against them. England, they're not going to finish runner up. They play Panama. All they have to do is simply win. Croatia, they're not guaranteed the points against Ghana. Ghana have been a very superb defensively. Ghana were one of the teams in Africa from 2006 to 2014. Ghana making it to quarterfinal 2010. Ghana beat United States. They had a tough group with South Korea, Portugal, and Uruguay in 2022. So the Black Stars are officially back. If Portugal played Ghana, that would be a rematch from 2022. But I think Portugal's group, when they grouped in 2014, they definitely had United States, I think. I can't recall if Ghana was in the group until Ronaldo got grouped in 2014. They got tossed out of the group stage in 2014. That's what Messi prevented by scoring against Nigeria. And they had the late goal there. I should know who scored the goal in the 86th minute against Nigeria, but I think I forgot. Happy birthday to Lino Andres Messi. I cannot forget to wish Messi happy birthday. Happy birthday, Goat Messi. Happy birthday. This stuff is good. Do I stain my World Cup trophy glass? This is a beer glass, but I drink wine. So I put wine in there. I wash it out really hard with water. I don't get any stain marks inside this glass. Okay, in case if you're wondering, this is a beer glass. Wine's acidic. It can stain the glass. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's really lightweight. You need to have one of these World Cup glasses. These things are great. Look at how lightweight it is. I think I need to buy a second trophy glass because if a referee makes a terrible call, especially against Argentina, I'm tempted to throw and break this glass. So I, I may have to order another one before the knockout, especially if the referee makes a shit call. Especially if they play against Portugal and they make a shit call, and I hail this glass and it. I can do that. I can do that. I really got into international football in 2006. So it would have to be Messi because I was more into the game than I first got into it around that time. But I remember there was a movie, Kicking and Screaming, with Will Ferrell. The team is terrible. He hires Mike Ditka, Chicago Bears coach. You know, Obama, Chicago Bears made it to Super Bowl like 2007. Anyways, he didn't know anybody, so he hired Mike Ditka. He's a football legend, but he's coaching a youth soccer team. And then there's these two Italian kids kicking the ball, doing these tricks in the kitchen, and he convinces the stubborn old father of the meat shop to have these two young Italian kids play football for Phil's team. This mild mannered, laid back, lackadaisical dad, and these two young Italian kids are like dominating, and his dad is like an ultra competitive freak, whatever. When he was younger, he was benched. He wasn't playing whatever, and these two young Italian kids help him beat his dad. Him and Mike Ditka were neighbors. They hated each other, always back and forth. Mike Ditka's blow drying the leaves. They're into Phil's father's yard, and so basically, Phil's dad is coaching the rival team, and his dad hates his neighbor Mike Ditka, and basically Mike Ditka is coaching his son's team. But I just find it funny that they picked two star young immigrant kids from Italy, and this movie was released in 2005 or 2006, and then Italia won the World Cup. So Hollywood definitely does predictive programming. They do predictive programming. Jesus is king. Messi Messiah is king. He delivered before Christmas. Messi the Messiah. Messi helps everybody celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and all the holidays during December, January, whatever. What do the Muslims celebrate during December? I forgot when. Maybe it's Eid or Ramadan. I forgot. Anyway, somebody's got to educate or enlighten me about that. The group team should win a total of 7 games. So I think the United States is a lock to win against a Turkey that has nothing to play for. They're eliminated from the World Cup. So in the group stage, the host teams combined are going to win a total of 7 games. 7's been popping up a lot, and that is a psyop by design. They want you to think it's about PENDU 7, but in actuality, 7 is GOAT, Messi in Argentina. It'd be Messi's 7th trophy with Argentina, youth team, Olympics, senior team combined. Argentina's 7th final. Argentina win all 7 semifinals. So when you hear about 7, it really is specifying Argentina. PENDU is a psyop. Now, if they do play Portugal in quarterfinals, it's Messi Argentina's 7th straight knockout win. That's what would happen. 7th straight knockout win for GOAT Messi and company. Should they play PENDU in the quarterfinal? Okay. I'll ask the viewers, who is PENDU getting eliminated by? Yamal in Spain or Argentina? They really don't have to have Ronaldo play against Messi. My question to you is, who would Ronaldo rather lose to, Argentina or Spain? Well, obviously, he would rather lose against Spain. I think everybody's going to bet on Portugal on Saturday. The international bookies won a lot of money on Spain drawing against Capo Verde. The international bookies won a lot of money on England drawing against Ghana. They won a lot of money on Qatar drawing against Switzerland. I think they won money on Brazil drawing against Morocco. I think they won on Uruguay drawing against Capo Verde. we've seen our fair share of surprises throughout this tournament. Now, every group favorite is winning their group. But on an individual level, there have been some upsets. There have been some upsets. Um, I think Netherlands against Japan, for example. Netherlands are going to win. Netherlands are going to win. Netherlands, they got a result. I think today, even South Africa winning was a big surprise against South Korea that seemed to have more offensive firepower in front of the net. Look at the script today for Mexico, too. Guillermo Ochoa's last World Cup match ended in a perfect clean sheet victory for Mexico. So I thought that was a pretty fitting script for Ochoa to get the victory at the Azteca. His final World Cup match, a meaningless group match. Ochoa gets to play and he gets a clean sheet. And Czechia had some shots early on that game, and Ochoa gets a clean sheet and a victory. But I think since Mexico hates Argentina a lot, everyone was like, "Oh, why was the final at Azteca? Why was not the final at Azteca?" I think Mexico hates Argentina, and they don't want Argentina to win twice at Mexico. So they had it at United States, and plus Messi's played at Inter Miami. So that's the other reason. The seating capacity, everything, the glamour that comes with the New York metropolitan area. Which other big upset I omitted? Yeah, Belgium are just old and washed up. I don't think I can really count that. Ecuador against Curacao. Ecuador are one of the which team's the biggest disaster of this World Cup. I'm gonna wait until after the conclusion. I think Ecuador and Turkey lose. We've seen some. It's the group winners, all the favorites. They have all been winning their groups thus far. But some dark horse teams like Ecuador and Turkey, they have disappointed. Ecuador and Turkey have disappointed. We've seen quite a bit of surprises here during this World Cup. Hey, Portugal and DR Congo. How can we forget? I think this World Cup has definitely lived up. There wasn't really a hype before this World Cup. It was like, how good are these newcomers? I think they have delivered for the most part. Haiti still don't belong at this World Cup. Curacao don't belong at this World Cup. Cape Verde, okay, they've got my respect. Okay, they were able to get something against Uruguay. Okay, Cape Verde, they belong in the tournament. They belong. Uzbekistan, they don't belong. Qatar, they don't belong. Okay, that's quite a bit of teams. Okay, now there's 16 new teams in the World Cup. I think at least half of them, they show they. It's hard to format a 40-team tournament. It's hard to format a 40-team tournament. Iraq, they don't belong in this competition. Well, they play in a very tough group. Let's cut Iraq some slack. Jordan, they're not very good. Okay, people who want to say that they've watered down the tournament, I can agree with that. At the same time, have some good teams have been included in this tournament? Yes, DR Congo, they showed up. Cape Verde, so I would say it's mixed results so far as included teams. You're going to sit here and say, oh, Algeria's only there because of expanded format. Well, they qualified multiple times under a 32-team format. This is how I know who hasn't watched football in the last 20 years, okay? Saudi Arabia still qualify under the previous format. Iran, okay, anyone wants to say Egypt is there because of this? Okay, they qualified under 32 team World Cups. Tunisia, they were there in 2018. They got slapped around. They were there in 2022. Okay, Tunisia, they qualified under 32 team tournament. Cote d'Ivoire, they're back. They're back. They won AFCON. They were there during the early part of the 2000s. Okay, they were there 2006, I think 2010. They're one of the strongest African teams. It was Ivory Coast and Ghana were the good teams when I was starting to watch the World Cup. Now, Scotland, who was in Scotland's qualifying group? I don't understand this. Some teams have 4-team groups, and then like Italia, there's like a 5-team group. Italia will get first place if they're in there with Austria and Bosnia. They just put a hard team in there, Norway. I think the whole qualification format is stupid if you have two knockout ties. It's just ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. That's kind of my overall. I'm not gonna sit here and be Gattuso and there are too many teams from Africa. Oh my god. Okay, I mean I don't think it's that. Absolutely not. I think Gattuso should have pointed the blame on too many teams from CONCACAF. Too many of these island countries. Too many of these island countries. They don't belong at the World Cup except for Cape Verde. Okay, Cape Verde is the Cinderella of this tournament. Make no mistake. If Cape Verde gets something against Saudi Arabia, they're going to try to pad the goal stats for Lionel Messi. I just think Saudi Arabia is trying to buy influence, but it's all up to FIFA at the end of the day. Have Saudi Arabia bought enough influence? We won't see Germany ever for Messi. The Gamache of Endrick is one of the core things to look out for. I believe the first 64-team World Cup is here in 2034, and Endrick's going to win it. It's South America's first championship since Argentina ended a 64-year repeat streak of Brazil in 2026. So yeah, when Messi retires Argentina, the dynasty is over. The dynasty is over. But I have been very blessed to witness the greatest dynasty in the history of football. Santos in Brazil, they were paid lots of money to play friendlies in Europe, so that's why, Pele wasn't playing Copa America back then, because they were playing friendlies throughout the world, Santos FC. Hi, how you doing, Gary? So Copa America was different back then because Pele's club was prioritizing raking in lots of money from having hosts a lot of money to have friendlies with Pele. So it wasn't like Pele was playing all these Copa Americas. He only played in one Copa America during his whole career, Pele. The only time Pele played in Copa America, I think Argentina won it. Like Argentina were hosting that particular year when Pele was in Copa America. No, we're not taking a hydration break, okay? Every hydration break, I'm going to be like, boo, boo, boo. Screw it. Every hydration break, I mute the TV. Infantino said he wanted to continue the hydration breaks to the next World Cup. This guy is ruining football. And the worst part of it all, he is an Inter fan. He's an Inter Milano fan. He's an Inter fan. Fuck Inter. The president of FIFA is ruining the game. He's an Inter fan. Fuck Inter, man. Fuck Inter. I know. I'm mixing club into this. I know I am. Fuck Inter. Fuck Infantino. Fuck that. Okay, finish the rest of this during USA Turkey, including for USA victory. Our guy in goal, Matt Turner. He's not starting keeper. Matt Turner gets the play. Ochoa gets the victory. Now Matt Turner needs to get the win. Beerhalter's son is playing in the game. I don't think Timothy Weah has been starting. He played for Juventus. He was mid, blah, 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 blah. He had some good goals. Hopefully, my guy, Timothy Weah, show what he can provide off the bench, playing against Turkey. There are some pretty good players. The United States are playing the game tomorrow. Now, I'm not one of these wankas here that are like, America's going to win the cup now. We're going to go all the way to the final. Do these dumbass Yankee fans understand that you are going to play Spain? Don't you people realize all Spain need to do is draw to win their group? Spain technically don't have to beat Uruguay, but they want to have good form, especially before they play potentially Portugal or Colombia. Now, I think either Saudi buys her influence or Messi pats the goal stats against Cape Verde or gets his first assist, whatever. We'll be still Jordan to play. I'll be here for Jordan. Messi could. The coach is not going to reveal his plan to the media, obviously. We won't know until the actual night what the plan is for Argentina and Messi's minutes. We know guys are going to get their rest. Do they even rest Otamendi, too? They got Senesi, who can potentially start if they want to, rest everybody. They've got the ability to rest everybody. Otamendi doesn't have to play against Jordan. Now, he's an Iron Man. He plays 50 games a year for Benfica. He's now on River Plate, Otamendi. But my point is, he doesn't get injured. He finds a way to play every single week. He's not your typical. Otamendi is just like Pepe. He is an Iron Man. These kind of defenders that can play for years and years and years and years and years. Otamendi is a very spiritual warrior like Pepe on Portugal. Elon Musk's birthday is on Sunday. Maybe Canada's not automatic at all, are they? Maybe the answer lies with the all-time World Cup table. I'm not quite sure how things are going with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. They flamed out last June. They went to a meeting with corporates in China, so they could be playing the cameras. I don't know. Last June, they like to call it political theater is what they call it. How many points do South Africa have in the World Cup table? I mean, typically host countries, they want them to go far, but they're three hosts, so this complicates the matter. If Trump hates Musk, maybe they have South Africa lose. But is Elon Musk really a football fan? Is he really into sports, or he has Asperger's? He's high function autistic. Elon Musk has a laser sharp focus on SpaceX and all that. So his mind really is maybe only focused on, his companies and Mars and all that stuff, SpaceX. You brought up the birthday. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Derek ruined the Gematrinator website. So every time I try to go to Gematrinator, it'll take like 5 minutes for the ads to disappear. So he's a very, very he's becoming very, very greedy. It's not about access to Gematria anymore. It's about giving Derek all this ad money. So the Gematrinator has been absolutely watered down. And I can't even click my mouse and enter anything in the Gematrinator until 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 minutes after the page loads. Derek Takuri is just all about the grift like Hack Hubbard. I don't start bitching and asking for donations and all this garbage over here. I don't even have a Patreon, okay? I don't even have a Patreon. And I had people ask me, do you have a Patreon? I do not have a Patreon. I'm here to win 30-1 on Argentina over Spain, and the main bet on Argentina won before the tournament, and 40-1 on Argentina to win and Lionel Messi to be the Golden Bull. But there is some value on the Finalissimo and yes, Messi-Yamal matchup. But Spain were last eliminated by Morocco at Qatar. Major tournaments, not Mickey Mouse glorified friendly competitions. Like Mr. Beta Boy PENDU thinks, I won Nations League. I won Nations League. Dude, you are a joke. You are a joke. I hear all these crybabies. Well, FIFA created Finalissima to give Messi a trophy. And didn't they create Nations League to pad PENDU's trophy case? So he only had one. But PENDU's got 3 because of Nation League. First Nations League final was at Portugal, so that's how I know they created that Mickey Mouse trophy for PENDU, under the guise of we need competition, not just friendlies. So PENDU's goal stats are watered down. They are nothing but friendlies, but it's a UEFA competition. UEFA wants a jack off and circle jerk their guy because Messi's winning major trophies with Argentina. People thought it was Holland against MBAPPE, but the world just hadn't heard of Lamine Yamal yet. But I agree. It's definitely Yamal, MBAPPE, absolutely. In club and international level, absolutely. We could see La Liga dominate again in Europe. Because of that, how much commercial money? I've seen some young kids at the mall wear some Yamal jerseys. So can you imagine years from now when Yamal is not even going to be 30 yet, just how much things could develop by that time? I think I bottled the corkscrew. Messi is undisputed GOAT. This is what this World Cup is about. Messi is undisputed GOAT. Nobody is going to go close to even surmounting a challenge to Lionel Andres Messi. Jamal's a pretty special player, though. He's got just like MBAPPE, a superior ability to take guys on. But the pure magical dribble that Lionel Messi has, these guys don't have. They do not have that. Messi is the GOAT of the game of football. Nobody can come close to Lionel Andres Messi Coquetini. Nobody can come close. Live stream. We'll watch Algeria and Austria because we like football. We want to know who's going to win the group. Both of my TVs going to have Argentina's game. We'll also be watching Algeria and Austria. I'll be watching that game very closely too. I'll make some comments on Austria and Algeria. I'll be making some comments about that too. I am very much intrigued what the plan is going to be for Saturday. Saturday. Before we play, we'll find out which side of the bracket Portugal is going to be on. So this is going to be a 4-hour stream. Now, that's the last group match, and we'll have a knockout prediction bracket video to release, depending on how quick I get my information. At halftime of Argentina, the group is not settled between Algeria and Austria, so the knockout bracket's going to come later in the night on Saturday night, United States time, Mountain Standard Time. But I'll have a knockout prediction video. It appears Japan are going to face off against Brazil. Will Japan upset Brazil? I think UEFA would love to have Haaland against Gabriel, who plays for Brazil. So I think Japan's run is going to end. I'll be pretty happy to see Japan win. I may bet Brazil, but I'll be pretty happy if Japan beat Brazil because this silences the noise and pain goes straight to Brazil. But Japan are no slouches whatsoever. Japan can beat anybody on the day, 100%. Japan are not to be slept on. Pain goes straight to Basel and PENDU. They bottled the corkscrew. This was a bottle job. This was a bottle job. I'm just crumbling it off. Little bits of the corkscrew are going to drop into the actual wine. This is a bottle job. I can't sit back and enjoy a nice buzz before I go to bed. That's how we live life, baby. Better than doing cocaine every night. I don't drink every night, but Sit back, have a glass, talk Argentina in the World Cup. We be calm, we ready. 19th day of the month, Yamal number 19, Messi number 19. Okay, we know what has been in the stars by Destiny and FIFA. You know what I saw? Infantino was watching DR Congo and Portugal. Infantino was with a guy who was wearing a DR Congo jersey. He was watching Portugal and DR Congo. I was like, am I going to hear about this in social media? But then DR Congo got something out of the game. Infantino was watching the game with somebody who's wearing a DR Congo jersey against Portugal. I'd have to rewatch the Portugal DR Congo, but I can totally take a picture and share with you guys when I come across it. I can watch the USA game and the other TV screen. I can just simply turn on DR Congo and Portugal. And then I can come across Gianni Infantino. This guy has to fly everywhere. This guy's polluting the world. This World Cup is terrible for the environment. In Qatar, there's hardly any pollution because everything is a mere. You could probably drive an hour or so away because Qatar is a small country. You see, Qatar was very, very good for the carbon footprint. But United States and fly to Canada, fly to the United States and back to Mexico. This World Cup is bad for the carbon footprint. And Gianni Infantino is destroying the planet and the environment. And don't give me any of this. Well, he's keeping the teams by region. Oh, if you're in the East Coast, you don't have to fly out to the West. No. This World Cup is bad for the carbon footprint of the planet. Make no mistake about it. They're making things worse. Fly all the way out to Europe after you play a game in the Americas for the centennial match. Man, FIFA are corrupt and satanic to the core. FIFA are corrupt. It's amazing I can fly out to all the matches that quickly like that. Could you handle all that flying that Infantino does? This guy's terrible. This guy's terrible. I don't know how I bottled the corkscrew in there. This is a bottle job. Nope, we got one of that top. Oh, it's probably visible. I'll just buy a Messi jersey for the knockout anyway. What do I gotta do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do? My birthday is 8 days after Messi's 8th match this World Cup. July 27, that's my birthday. 27 July at 7, add up to 36. Argentina's 36-year World Cup. This was part of the destiny. Why do I feel great about this World Cup? Well, my sister's birthday is the day after Lionel Messi's birthday. She died 2 days before Maradona died. And the corkscrew is inside the line. This is going to taste pretty awkward. And I did not spill all this over my jersey, I promise you. I just need a napkin. We're going to war! And knock out PENDU! We're going to war! If he's playing against Yamal, jack off to Yamal! If he's playing against Messi, Mercury Tower! Sparta 300! Netherlands, Argentina, Battle of Lucille! 4 years later, another high-intensity quarterfinal! Another high-intensity quarterfinal! This is war! War with PENDU! And PENDU! Once and for all! You can match my intensity. We are ready to end PENDU! And PENDU! And vain, prideful, narcissistic, egotistical, selfish, PENDU, Satan, red jersey Portugal, misery, damnation, hell, Argentina, eternal happiness, heaven, sky blue, white, Messi, humble, unselfish, graceful. I should have said the word graceful in the video. If Spain massively opposed the war, this could be a great Zionist satanic ritual, where Spain is set up to have their hearts ripped out in the World Cup final. Because you're not allowed to occupy our airwaves in Spain, said their prime minister. Well, the president of Argentina went over to Jerusalem. He pledged full support for the Iran-U.S. war. There are only 3 countries that voted, against denouncing the transatlantic slave trade. Argentina, United States, Israel were like, we're not going to denounce the transatlantic trade. So the Zionists come out. Argentina are going to win. If Spain opposed the entire war effort, then they're in against Argentina. This is the punishment the Zionists have handed out to Spain. Is they want them to be heartbroken in the World Cup final. That is the ritual. Finalissima was canceled because of the Iran war. Imagine if PENDU was... imagine if Portugal and Spain were one country. PENDU probably wishes he played for Spain. That would have changed everything. PENDU would have won World Cup in 2010. If Portugal and Spain are one country, Messi would have won in 2022. PENDU would have faced off against Messi, and PENDU would have lost in 2026 if Portugal and Spain were one country. I don't know what Portuguese people feel. A lot of history with Portugal, conquest, colonization, Vasco da Gama, all that stuff. The funny route down to South Africa, another passage over to the Indies. But PENDU, this guy wishes it was one country, I guarantee you. He wishes Portugal and Spain were one country. I 100% believe PENDU wishes Spain and Portugal are one country. It makes sense. Oh, if I had all the Barcelona teammates, I could have won World Cup. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Portugal and Spain was a great rivalry. UEFA Nation League final, 2010, that Spain were on a whole other level. They beat Portugal in the round of 16. The Euros, I forgot which round it was, but PENDU cost Portugal in that game. Now, what happened? Before I get to your question, King David, let me continue. PENDU wanted all the glory. That's why he always kicks number 5 on the penalty shootout order. What happened? Portugal were missing their kicks. PENDU did not even get a chance to kick a penalty goal because he wanted the glory to take the 5th penalty goal, but Spain already won the penalty shootout. So PENDU, because he wanted all the glory to be the last penalty taker, ended up costing Portugal against Spain during the 2012 Euro. His selfishness cost his national team during that year. Messi was the very first penalty taker every penalty shootout. Ecuador, Colombia, France, Netherlands. Messi's not about the glory of being the final penalty taker. That's what separates GOAT Messi from narcissistic, prideful, vainful PENDU. I gotta have all the glory. You see, he is Satan. Make no mistake about it. Red is hell. Portugal wear red. Ronaldo has all the worst characteristics that Satan loves and adores. Portugal represent eternal damnation and suffering. For every PENDU fan, this is Messi 2 World Cups, PENDU 0 World Cups. I got a circle jerk in bandwagon Kylian MBAPPE because I am a cock and a loser. A PENDU fan, you're a cock and a loser. You want MBAPPE to win a 2nd World Cup. You are a definition of a big major cuckold. You are a joke. You guys are cuckolds. I know you guys are predictable. You're going to become MBAPPE. You're McCrappe fans because you're Real Madrid fans and you hate Kylian and you hate Lamine Yamal. So you little circle jerk and Kylian MBAPPE fanboys. But Mbappe's better than Messi. Cuckold fanboys. Cuckolds. He turned them all into cuckolds. That's how he's the GOAT. He turned them all into cuckolds. This is facts, people. This is facts. He turned them into cuckolds. They'll have no defense. They'll be defeated. They'll be absolutely whiplashed. They'll be bitch slapped on the ass cheek, over across both cheeks on the face, on the forehead, on the chin. Okay, they're ready to circle jerk a wagon Kylian Mbappe. Make no mistake about it. This is how you guys are very predictable. It's going to be very annoying when I can predict your behavior. I got to see Mbappe drop back and be able to make creative passes. He can never, ever be Messi. There'll be great wingers all the time. There's literally 0 people that can replicate Lionel Messi's game. That's the difference. Anybody can score on the wing. That's not Messi's game. This version of Messi with Argentina is greater than any Barcelona version where he was at the peak of athleticism. That is a more versatile version of Lionel Andres Messi. The Argentina Messi, I take over every version of Lionel Messi. I don't care what anybody says. Even if he's not in his prime, I'm taking this version of Messi right here. A guy who just ages like the finest of wine glasses, and he finds a way to adapt and still contribute, even when he has gotten slower. I'm taking the version of Lionel Messi that is a far better leader than he was during the earlier years when he was in Barcelona. Lionel Messi as a leader is what makes this version of Lionel Messi with Argentina after Maradona's death stand out from previous versions of Lionel Andres Messi with Barcelona. Not Messi's fault Barcelona collapsed defensively against Roma and against Liverpool. That comes down to the manager. That comes down to the transfer policy. Those were not Messi's fault at all. You win as a team, you lose as a team. USA, to answer the question of King David, they're going to get eliminated by Spain in the quarterfinal. Spain are going to beat the USA. Messi already beat USA 4-0. What was it? The semifinal or the quarterfinal of Copa America 2016 Centauro? I think the Centauro of Copa America that the red team won, La Roja of Chile. Centauro of Cup, La Roja got to win Spain. But I can come out with everything of Spain right after the conclusion of that World Cup. I like hearing people document previous patterns from previous World Cup. But every time Canada in it, Argentina win. Every time Canada in it, Argentina win. Every time Nigeria fail, Argentina win. Cinco de copas, cinco de copas, cinco de copas, cinco de copas, cinco de copas. I am here for Colombia, Portugal. We will find out if they're playing Argentina or they're losing against Spain. There'll be a lot of pain on the chest Saturday. FIFA wants Argentina in the final, but they put Portugal on the hard side of the bracket. Cry, Hunter! I don't care. Cry, 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 cry. 10 went straight to. Oh my God, if Colombia even get the draw on Saturday. Oh my God, I can't wait till Saturday. I can't wait. Even the numbers stack up for Argentina improved to 6-2 against Portugal in all competition. It's Argentina's either way. Argentina can rest players. PENDU, they can't rest players against Portugal, can they? What a joke coach Roberto Martinez is. You get zero credit being Uzbekistan. As I said during the earlier portion of the stream, half of the new teams are good, half of the other teams don't belong. Really, there should have been a 40-team World Cup, but it's hard to format with 40 teams. So that's where the difficulty lies in. You can't have odd number teams in the knockout, right? That's why you have to go up from 32, 48 to 64, because the math comes out just right. I think group matches. I think now FIFA's all about the money. They're definitely going to go to 64 teams. Okay, if you can have China in every World Cup, if you have India in every World Cup, okay, that is a lot of money for FIFA. I think they want China and India to be in almost every World Cup. That's more money to Infantino's bank accounts. So it doesn't matter how good India or China are. By the way, India is one of the all-time leading goal scorers in international football history. I forgot his name, but India have a very successful goal scorer. Now, India are just not that good to qualify for World Cup. Endrick is winning the first 64 team World Cup. I believe it will happen by 2034. 62 teams would be eliminated before the final. Brazil improves to 6-2 in final. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to fuck over Brazil fans tonight. I'm here to tell them that you ain't winning nothing till 2034. Go Messi Argentina Dynasty playlist. Copy and paste that. You guys need to save that channel, the playlist for years, for decades, because that is how your your grandchildren and everything like that tell them that no national team has replicated what Argentina did today, this year, this decade, that immediately followed after a very deadly and chaotic global pandemic, the last of which we've seen during the 1910s, before 2020 uh, uh, really terrified the globe. We will not witness anything like this ever. You will not convince me that any country is going to win four straight major tournaments. This is Lino Andres Messi's legacy. We are here to praise the very humble king of football. He's not a very arrogant king. Lino Andres Messi sets the example for everybody. But I got spawned to the PENDU fan energy, and that's where the inner Diego Maradona, hell hath no fury, like unleashing your inner Diego Maradona, that he did so to the Nigeria, to the haters in 2018. He was not Mr. Nice Guy Lionel Messi when he faced Weghorst in the press conference room. There's a certain level of personality that is needed to become a very legendary champion. If that makes Argentina hated, so be it. They deserve, because they have earned the right, because they did defeat a France that almost won a back to back. Argentina deserved to feel that they're better and to come out with a certain arrogance and swagger, but not without respecting the opposition. They should always come out that we're the best, we're going to beat your ass, but we're going to stay very focused. We have to stay focused through the entire match. We cannot level off at any moment. It's no mystery why Argentina have not conceded a single goal during the group stage. You think Austria was easy? Argentina have short dudes, Spaniard, Italian, native guys with native Spanish and Italian descent, mestizo descent, against a team with very tall Austrians. You have to have the right type of positioning in these set pieces to allow these Austria guys to target their shots not on target. Even if it appears that it's on target and it's off target, the proper positioning most of the time defensively is what determines what ends up being a shot on target and what doesn't end up being a shot on target. It's paying attention to the smallest of details that makes the difference. Martinez only was tested one major time against Austria. I'm simply not seeing a scrub team being carried by one great player. It helps that only one guy is finishing his chances. But Argentina are showing the signs that they are, in fact, one of the strongest teams in the tournament. They are running at midfield. They're not conceding any goals. They're not allowing Martinez to do a lot of work. Dibu Martinez, that is. I think Colombia can get something against Portugal. I think Roberto Martinez is a terrible manager. I think Portugal can be rightfully humiliated this World Cup. I think it's a high, pretty much. If you live in Miami, you'll be hearing nothing but Spanish when you walk by. There should be a proper atmosphere for Colombia at Miami. They're very excited. Their first flight to the United States of America, this World Cup. There are 2 games at Mexico, at Guadalajara, at Estadio Azteca, to come over to Miami, the same site of the Copa America final, to avenge that Copa America defeat. I am very excited for Colombia. The last team to beat Spain in 90 minutes was Colombia. That is a fact. I don't care if it was a friendly. Colombia showed their strength by forcing an Argentina to extra time in a final. Now, where are your sources, Mr. Castle, that Messi says he's going to play in 2030? I find that hard to believe. He is not even focused on 2030. Messi is high functioning autistic. Messi is high functioning autistic. He has laser sharp focus. Messi is so stuck up on carrying out with the same type of routine day in, day out. That kind of laser sharp focus is what makes Messi that great in the first place. He's just playing to the reporters. He's a certain level of intelligence that I really like as far as dealing with people and always making fans guess. He's not thinking about 2030. He's thinking about his father. He's thinking about giving something extra to his father, who he may or may not be dying, but we may suspect he may be dying. So Lionel Messi thinking about 2030, any of that garbage. He's thinking about winning this World Cup and being the greatest footballer ever. There's no reason to think about anything except this World Cup. People who are high-functioning autistic, they have laser sharp focus on their craft. Messi's not even thinking about 2030. He is thinking about this World Cup, the very next match. That is what a high-level functioning Asperger autistic function. Well, you may, in a way, be right about that, but the main death sacrifice was Diego Armando Maradona. Let's make no mistake there. Diego Maradona. Messi did not win his first major trophy with Argentina until Diego Maradona died. So this was a passing of the torch. This was a reincarnation. This was a resurrection of Diego Armando Maradona. I don't care about them. I don't care. Anybody that's scared, they're worried about Portugal. I don't care. I'm looking at Pele. I'm looking at his last match across the street at the old Giant Stadium. The only player that connects is Lionel Messi. Even the Gamacho's name equals for the 104th match of the World Cup is the World Cup final. With an Argentinian radio reporter that falsely claimed that Messi's dad died, she's been fired. She's been sacked. Already they have falsely reported his dad died in Argentinian media. This resulted in Lionel Messi's family having to put out a statement because of what that reporter falsely said. She may have been under the influence of somebody uttering something in her earpiece, but make no mistake, if Messi was crying out there on the pitch, he feels his dad is dying. I get the feeling that he thinks if he felt that his dad could die anytime, he definitely would have done nothing except cry. That's his father, for crying out loud. That's his agent. He handles the finances, the taxes. South Africa got me tonight. They did. I cashed out when they were 0-0, Mexico and South Africa. I put South Africa on the problem. But Mexico and they're giving me the business. Messi can break another record, not just Pele's assist record, but he can break most goals for an Argentina player in one World Cup. I have to go back and see. There have been 56 hat tricks in the World Cup. Number 57 for the 5'7" lean on Andres Messi. Hopefully, MBAPPE doesn't score against Norway. Okay, fuck that guy. He is padding up stats. Fuck that guy. Seriously, I do not want that guy to score MBAPPE. Fuck MBAPPE. Messi needs to be 5 or 6 or 7 goals clear of MBAPPE. Fuck MBAPPE. He should never got penalties. Fuck him. That little turtle roar when he made it 2-2. Fuck you. We beat your ass. You were sad and miserable. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. They beat you, MBAPPE. You could only get penalty. You were rubbish for 80 minutes. Lionel Messi is the best player for the entirety of the final. France have the much better players than Argentina, but Argentina players have more heart. And they know what it's like to suffer through a match. There's a certain level of grit, grinta, that separates Argentina from the rest. They had grinta against Colombia. They had grinta and mentally stayed composed when they allowed the 2-2 to France, the 2-2 against Netherlands. 47 teams failed to win World Cup. Argentina, 4th title in their 7th final. It's 107. Wow. 107 Mountain Standard Time. But that's how much we live for GOAT Messi win the World Cup, that the discussion lives on without any finite ending to the conversation. That's how much we breathe for the World Cup trophy every World Cup. My streak of winning World Cup could be jeopardized in 2038. I know I'm going to get to The four straight correctly predicted World Cup winners. It could be decided in 2038. That's when it really could end for me. The streak. Argentina are a better version of their 2022 version. It's amazing how much Lino Scaloni has evolved when he was doubted by Diego Maradona at the beginning. He doesn't have the experience. Somebody could do better than Lino Scaloni. This guy is one of the most calmest players I've ever seen on the touchline. He never ever panics, Lino Scaloni. This guy has a very special level of character that makes him stand out more than another guy. Scaloni does not panic at all on the touchline. Players are a reflection of their manager. Roberto Martinez has no clue. Portugal had no clue against a very organized and very well disciplined and well drilled low block of DR Congo. DR Congo were still in the game against Colombia for the entirety of the match. Roberto Martinez was garbage. He didn't get the result against DR Congo. Colombia did. Again, the best play for Colombia Portugal is Colombia plus 0.5. Colombia for the result. Luis Diaz is a high impact player that can score at any moment of the match. If Luis Diaz puts the first goal through the back of the net, that is trouble for Portugal. He has been outstanding for Bayern Munich this year. He even had a goal that was ruled out because of a foul, a push on the back against DR Congo. Luis Diaz is world class. Liverpool were suffering without Luis Diaz this season. We want to disrespect Copa America, but at the same time, we want to ignore the fact that Argentina did not win the Copa America in 28 years before Lino did so. That Diego Maradona did not win a single Copa America in his career. The Copa America is a very difficult competition because you have to be sure you win in 90 minutes and then you leave it to a coin flip in a penalty shootout because there is no extra time in Copa America. That's what makes Copa America a crapshoot during the history of Copa America. That's what Eurocentric people don't understand what separates Copa America. And the fouls are much harder in Copa America too. This is a very big gladiatorial game. I don't think PENDU could handle the physicality. I think the goal record against Carnival doesn't lie too. Ronaldo struggles against South American teams. They're sure to foul him very hard at any time. Davison Sanchez has lots of experience. He's a very fine defender. I think Colombia have the defensive advantage. Portugal have the flair advantage in the midfield, but Colombia have the defensive advantage. And Colombia can break out and have fast counter against any team. Colombia play a very beautiful game on top of their defensive organization. This could come down to the health of Ruben Diaz. Renato Vega is crap. He's not any good. Thankfully, we have Otamendi. Portugal center backs are crap. They have people circle jerk in Portugal. Ruben Diaz is not full fitness. Their center backs are terrible. They fail against a very deserving, qualified team, DR Congo. They get lucky playing a team of farmers that don't belong in the World Cup. Ude! Alvarez must start over Lautaro Martinez. He was the impact goal scorer of Copa America 2024. He is the top goal scorer in Serie A. Inter played lots of matches during the 24-25 campaign. I think Lautaro Martinez has played lots of matches. I can't disagree with not starting Julian Alvarez against Jordan to have Alvarez find the back of the net. I do want to celebrate another Argentina player score a goal. I don't think Argentina can be completely reliant on one player to score. Really, other players in Argentina should have scored throughout the group stage. The great news is that defensively, we haven't allowed any goals. But other Argentina players need to finish their chances a little bit better. Martinez got fouled. Let's cut him some slack right there. But let me say this. Nicolas Gonzalez is garbage. Please. He cannot play at all. Giuliano Simeone over Nicolas Gonzalez. Nicolas Gonzalez cannot play for Argentina. The Copa America highlight videos on my playlist, the Argentina Dynasty playlist, is full of Nicolas Gonzalez misses in 2021. What the hell is he doing on the squad in 2026? He couldn't cut it with Juventus. He is awful. Scaloni, get your head through. Not play in the knockout. Maybe you can afford to get away with it in the group stage, but Gonzalez cannot play in the knockout stage. He made fine defensive recoveries against Austria. He gets a little credit there. Our main job is to finish. He should have finished there. He should have scored on the header. There's no excuse right there. The defender fine block on the other play that he should have scored, but he is woeful. He was terrible during 2021 Copa America. There's a reason why he wasn't on the 2022 World Cup squad. My only player that I have beef with is Nicolas Gonzalez. Get him far away from the football pitch. He makes a great cheerleader on the sideline, but he cannot play in the lineup. We will four-peat. When we say four-peat, we mean major tournament. We don't include Finalissima. Because the PENDU start, created Finalissima for Messi. Well, they created UEFA Nation League for Portugal because the first Nations League final was hosted at Portugal. He's a fake trophy merchant, PENDU. He's a joke. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was right. What do you mean you're back? You're already here. Zlatan is right. You mean you disappeared? He admitted he disappeared and he said he's back and he admitted he disappeared? Zlatan has the right idea. PENDU fans are full of logical, fallacious ad hominem. They attack the player and his career accomplishments instead of addressing the argument on hand. They attack Zlatan because he didn't play on a good Swedish team, whatever. They're a joke. Hey, this is what I mean. Kevin De Bruyne and Jurgen Klopp said this is nothing but a glorified competition. Kevin De Bruyne said it was nothing but a glorified competition. Jurgen Klopp said it was nothing but a glorified competition. There have been players and coaches who said it's nothing but a wannabe glorified competition. Yeah, Netherlands, because you only won the 1988 Euro. That's it. They only have one trophy, Netherlands, so of course they're going to take it seriously. Portugal, they had one trophy before the inaugural UEFA Nations League. So PENDU's a little bit of a beta cuck. They had to create a glorified competition that not even they have in CONMEBOL. If CONMEBOL had CONMEBOL Nations League, imagine how many more trophies Messi would have with the CONMEBOL Nation League. PENDU ranking fangirls are a joke. They're going to turn into MBAPPE dick riders. Okay, France going to win the Euro 2028. I agree. It'd be pretty cool to see the Netherlands win the World Cup at any point during the lifetime. No wonder why Argentina are hated. They destroy Netherlands. They destroy England. That's why they hate Argentina so bad. That's why they hate him so bad. Man, we are missing a highly coked up, fucked up, drugged up Diego, flipping all the haters off and all these FIFA boy wankers. Diego will be here flipping these motherfuckers off too. You see, we are missing Diego Maradona. PENDU fans are losers. Did he really say that, Uday? Did he really say that? Can you send me the video? Because I want to see that video. This means Israel is rooting for Argentina to win the World Cup. And, the little tiny hats, they rule the world. So you obviously know Argentina going to win. Argentina represent heaven, sky blue and white. Israel is an evil country, though. But if they side with Argentina, these Zionists, don't all the major bankers live in Switzerland, and the FIFA headquarters, the museum of FIFA is at Switzerland? So they're part of the cabal too, right? I mean, Gianni Infantino is Swiss. The FIFA presidential election was rigged for Infantino. Everybody has their bank accounts in Switzerland. They must have translated the Hebrew, I guess. Spain are going to be in the final, and there's no chance they're going to let Spain win after they fucked over the Zionist Jews of Israel. Israel is evil, but I'm not into sentimental messages. Messi is the GOAT of football. That cannot be disputed whatsoever. No. PENDU is eliminated in the round of 16 by Spain. I don't think he even wants to lose against Argentina. I've seen a comment on Reddit. They're like, Ronaldo will commit suicide if Messi wins the World Cup, which I think is crazy. So I think Ronaldo is going to lose. He would rather lose against Yamal than against Messi. So something's going to happen to Portugal on Saturday that they don't want the legacy of losing against Messi in a do or die in your lifetime match. So I think Spain have a very strong woman, and I admire her fight against the evil Zionist genocidal apartheid Jewish white supremacist state of Israel. But they're going to punish Spain by having them lose against Argentina. What's his name? Javier Milei, the president of Argentina. He's going to win the World Cup final. This is Donald Trump Epstein war. So Spain or not, Donald Trump is going to be presenting the trophy with Gianni Infantino. It's already been confirmed. So he's not going to present this trophy to Spain. Make no mistake about it. When Argentina face against Spain, it is a done deal. Donald Trump, his daughter is a Jew, married a Jew, Jared Kushner. Donald Trump is an Epstein agent. Jeffrey Epstein was assassinated during Donald Trump's first term, when Donald Trump was in office. This is a great "we rule over you" ritual over Spain. Now, geopolitical rituals aside, nobody has beaten Spain in a major tournament since Morocco in 2022. Yamal's first loss in a major tournament is against the father. The priest in Catholicism during your mass is God. He recites the word of God, so the priest is known as the Father. Messi is the baptized Godfather. He baptized Yamal, so Messi is the Lord and Father over Yamal. So this isn't just Zionist ritual. This is also Godfather, Catholicism, the Father, the orator of the Word of God. And you know the Jesuit angle with the Vatican? Pope Francis, 86th birthday, he's Argentinian. He's a huge football fan. He's a card holder of San Lorenzo. They won the Copa Libertadores in 2014 or 2013, right after he became Pope. San Lorenzo became the champions of South America, right after he became Pope. And he is a big fan of San Lorenzo. I would love to see the video. You will have to share the video with me, honestly, because I don't know where you can dig that video. And we got to have the translation when they're talking to each other. They're translating in English. So, but Pope Francis passed away, as you know. He's Argentinian. He passed away 65 weeks before the World Cup final. And Gematria, Messi is 65, repeat is 65. So Pope Francis' death was planned, was scripted, was synced up with Argentina's back-to-back. And he could have died during any other day, but maybe they just don't report it until April 21st. But maybe he died in March. Maybe he died April 5th, April 6th, April 10th. Maybe he didn't actually die during April 21. I don't give a fuck about the overall rituals. All that counts is Messi is going to be champion. Argentina were not awarded any penalty during Copa America, and they still won. France had more penalties than Argentina. Argentina did not win a single penalty goal that they executed during the group of this World Cup. So they're not a team carried by penalty, despite what the hating ass bums want to tell you otherwise. Okay? Okay? But it's penalty to Argentina. Argentina! Oh my God! Have did they win Copa America without winning a single penalty if Argentina are this bad? How are Argentina this shit that they don't even have to play a starter in the last group match and none of their goals came through penalties? So, yeah, you guys are going to have to do some explaining to me on that because you're a bunch of little crybaby. FIFA, FIFA, FIFA. Oh my God. Why would a camel win over a goat? A camel over a goat. You people are funny. A camel over a goat. He even looks like a camel the way he stands in his free kicks. Look at him like a donkey. I'm stuck this in the free kick. The legs all spread out. I am a donkey as Bimble. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Look at you, funny looking clown with your legs all spread out like this in a free kick. What message are you sending? What message are you sending, really? You're gay? You want your legs spread out? You want to show your little anaconda there? PENDU, you're a funny guy. You are. You're funny. You're funny, PENDU. You're funny. You little PENDU, little World Cup camel rituals. Your little camel rituals. Little camel people out there. Come out with the smoke, PENDU camels. You little camel people. The back of camel over a goat. This is hilarious. It doesn't matter how you look, it's hilarious. Back of camel. The star of Major League Soccer is not going to win the World Cup at the United States. Look what happened at Qatar. You guys are low IQ, hilarious minions. Look at you. Hopefully you'll win the big bag this summer and the trip to Disney World because it is not happening with any team other than Goat Messi in Argentina. This is a big opportunity missed. Anybody who didn't take Argentina at Qatar, this was a huge opportunity missed. Okay, they were one of the favorites. They were 5-1 before the tournament. I think they were 8-1 after they lost against Saudi Arabia. But general point taken, this was a missed opportunity for Argentina if you did not believe in the Messiah in 2022. But I am of the view that if they want Cape Verde against Argentina, then I believe, they need to counter MBAPPE's World Cup stats, whatever. It's becoming watered down. Defenders are not allowed to foul, whatever, nowadays. I agree. I agree. But I will give PENDU fans the attention they desire. If you're going to come out here and disrespect Argentina, I'm going to absolutely rub it into you motherfuckers. A team that won 3 straight major tournaments. What has your garbage team won since 2016? Look at you against Morocco. Look at you against France. But you're so hubristic, you're going to win over a team that won 3 major tournaments. They had to suffer in every major tournament. They had to suffer against Colombia in Brazil in 2021. They had to suffer against France and Netherlands after Saudi Arabia in 2022. They had to suffer against Colombia in 2024. Many, many times, this team could have been eliminated throughout the course of this journey with Lionel Messi. Diego Martinez needs a statue. Di Maria needs a statue. Lionel Messi needs a statue. I would love to travel to Buenos Aires to go to the Argentina Museum to witness the trophies hanging in that trophy cabinet. I would equate it to a Mormon mission that I have to go to the actual trophy cabinet and see these trophies with my very, very eyes and witness the trophies that they paraded and celebrated everybody from Ota to Messi to the Toro to many, many, many players, many, many players. Ultimately played that card game. We all thought he'd leave after Copa America. But he said, I'm coming back for the World Cup. He definitely believes in the Cinco de Copas. He believes it like it's a religion, that it's a destiny. Pasta Pizza Master, who the fuck am I? I am the GOAT who predicted Argentina to win 2021 Copa America, 2022 Finalissima, 2022 World Cup, 2024 Copa America. I predicted the greatest of all golden generations in the history of international football. I am goated. Well, I don't know who the hell you are, but you are a complete wanker. I predicted Messi to win everything before it happened, before 2021. I am the GOAT who told people that Messi would never lose another major tournament again after the death of Diego Armando Maradona. I sure as hell don't know who the hell you are, but you're not allowed to utter another word here because you're not worthy of uttering another word. People have witnessed me making football history and putting my ass out there on live streams during major tournament knockout appearances throughout Copa America and during World Cup. I'll tell my grandkids, I'll tell them all. They all doubted this team. They all doubted the Messiah. There were haters who looking to discredit, but France had more penalties than Argentina. They didn't have a single penalty in Copa America. I'll tell these people they're just hating ass bums and they're looking to discredit, but they never needed penalty if they won major trophy without needing any penalty. But I'm glad Messi missed that penalty. I love the fact that Messi purposely missed that penalty. Because nobody can bitch and moan about Argentina winning because of penalty. Messi was sick and tired of it. He purposely missed it. It's anticlimactic to pass close with the penalty inside 10 minutes. Make no mistake about it. Messi purposely missed that penalty. Kempes missed the penalty in 1978. They still won. Messi missed the penalty against Poland. Argentina still won. Maradona did not at the single penalty in 1986. That's factually incorrect. But this holds true in 1978 and 2022. This is football royalty, football history. 5 years, Cinco de Copas, 5 years of magic. The trophy happening in Messi's fifth final with Argentina. The United States uses the British measurement system. New York City is 5 miles away from MetLife Stadium. This is Messi's fifth senior international trophy. The Cinco de Copas refers to these 5 Copas that Messi is going to, in fact, win with Argentina. This is what Johnny Cortillo, my Argentinian friend, who lives at Vegas, who came from Argentina, has told me. He doesn't have inside information from the bookies or any of that stuff. But he is an Argentina fan, and he is repeating what he hears from his media back home. And I translated the article from Buenos Aires in that video. They call it superstition, but I call it prophecy because they're prophesizing something that was about to happen. The article was before Argentina won Copa America 2021. Since that time, they've won Finalissima, World Cup, and Copa America to add 4 trophies to the cabinet for this golden generation. So don't pay attention to Germany. It is not a grand final against Germany. There is no heat star of the world on Germany. There's not a Bastian Schweinsteiger or a Mario Götze on Germany. Now, Germany, they're not relying on one superstar. Just like Italia, they're not relying on one superstar. So they're more well-drilled machines, Italia in Germany. And now, during this commercialization of globalization, that's where we see it's not just going to be Italia and Germany every single year. They're 2 great countries. They still know how to win stuff. Italia still won more than losers like Portugal and Netherlands and England, for example. They would love to win World Cup and miss 3 World Cups. Make no mistake about it. Would England rather make the World Cup and lose every year or win a World Cup and miss 3 straight World Cups? Don't think for a second that the Dutch would not prefer that deal. They would absolutely prefer missing 3 World Cups and winning a World Cup versus winning nothing and qualifying for the World Cup every year, with the exception of 2018 if you are the Dutch. They would take that deal. Italy have won more than many countries in Europe who would kill to win a World Cup during this millennium. I would take that every day of the week. I will always remember the last kick of the game by Fabio Grosso against France. This is a huge reason France are still stuck at 2 World Cups is because of Italia. I think Germany have a good squad. The better storyline would be MBAPPE, obviously, because who gets the 2 World Cups first, MBAPPE or Messi? So I think France are a better storyline than Germany. It's still a great storyline, Argentina, Germany. Don't get me wrong, but who gets if Mbappe were to play Messi in the World Cup final, Mbappe Messi eclipses Mbappe Pendu Wanka Faco. Because Eusebio scored in the knockouts. He scored 9 goals in a single World Cup. Eusebio is the goal of Portugal in the World Cup. He has the greatest World Cup performance out of any Portuguese player in the history of the world. Eusebio in Portugal, 1966. At England, it's no wonder that Eusebio, who had his great performance with England as a host, Portugal beat England in quarterfinals to make it to semifinal in 2006. I cannot wait till Saturday. I still welcome beating Portugal. I still welcome facing Portugal. But I think Pendu kind of knows what is about to happen. I think this squad, If Roberto Martinez is negotiating an exit to coach Al Nasser, sooner he can leave if he loses in the round of 16 against Spain instead of the quarterfinal against Argentina. Colombia is still going to be a tough team that, these South American rivalries, they take it so personal with each other. So Colombia is definitely not going to be an easy game at all. They take it very personally with each other. You just have to watch Copa America to understand what I mean about that. The passion. They don't respect their opposition. They want to beat the living crap out of each other. That's what we love about sports. European countries give themselves too much respect. So you see the emotions flare out between these countries in Carnival and Copa America and World Cup qualifiers. That's what makes football football. They're out to war with each other in simulated warfare. It's not actual warfare. A football match is simulated warfare. And still, I take great pride in the fact that PENDU has a weak goal scoring record against Colombia, against Carnival. Okay, for the audience out there, okay. After the World Cup, okay, there's going to be no more heavy drinking until the NFL playoffs, okay? Just so you guys know. Just so you guys know. But brighter days are arriving. It is under a month away. Messi just had his 39th birthday. His first match after his 39th birthday is a very complicated matter because we don't know what the game plan is for Argentina, how much minutes they want from Messi, what Messi is going to demand from his coach if he demands to play the four. Messi is not going to go out there to stat pad, okay? I know you little hating ass little pendu little losers want to say that Messi wants a stat pad, okay? He just loves playing football. And I think it's like Michael Jordan a little bit. Like if you pay thousands of dollars to see me play, I think Messi wants to give back to the people in attendance that if I pay a premium for this ticket, that well ahead of time, by the way, that I'm here to see Lionel Messi play football. So I think Lionel Messi will respect the fans in that matter. That's just my personal opinion. Because Messi does not arrogantly think that he himself is inherently superior to the very people that support him. Messi is, in fact, autistic. We do not get this version of Messi without the very, very laser sharp focus. I talked about this during this stream. The very best end up being autistic, Asperger's. Elon Musk is has these very same symptoms. If Messi shows signs of autism, that is to be respected. We don't get this version of Messi without this very unique characteristics of Lionel Messi that otherwise wouldn't have made him what he was today. He was very shy. He was very socially awkward during his younger years, Andres Messi, he was very laser sharp focus on his craft. Maybe if Messi wasn't autistic, he would become the Messi that he was today. He's very laser sharp focused and very hard struck on his daily routine. We must praise and worship our goat Lionel Messi. The hate and ass bums have a very poor perspective on life. If you see greatness, you should appreciate greatness. Seeing the magician Lionel Messi, he gets tackled very hard, but he decides to go for the goal. He wasn't playing to avoid injury, he was playing to go out, to go to war, and win. He knew he was going to get tackled hard when he beat the defender to the ball on the second goal. So maybe Messi for a knock too, not just Cristiano Ronaldo. Guys, before the tournament, I predicted Messi to score 7 goals. I thought he'd be playmaker role, surpass Pele in the World Cup assists. This guy, Andres Messi, has even exceeded my expectations. On an individual level, he has exceeded my expectations. My expectation of Messi is to lift the World Cup. I predicted 7 goals for Messi before this tournament. He has 5 so far. He is, in fact, an alien. My idol and my Lord and my Savior, Gianluigi Buffon, he has even said that Messi is an alien. And I agree with Gianluigi Buffon. He is the GOAT of Juventus and 21st century Italia, with the World Cup victory and a penalty shootout and everything. He was robbed of Ballon d'Or in 2006 because Cannavaro played for Real Madrid. So fuck Real Madrid. Fuck Real Madrid. So Messi has even bamboozled me with what he's doing out there. He can, I don't care if he doesn't pass Pele. I would love to see him go for the goals, honestly. But it is about rituals. He will probably surpass Pele in assists. Messi's at 8 World Cup assists. Pele's at 10 assists. We will see Messi surpass Pele in assists. We'll see Alvarez. We'll see Martinez. We'll see Enzo. We'll see, other guys out there. What makes this beautiful is that we don't give a shit about the individual stats. We just want to see Argentina win the World Cup. Messi had 1 goal in Copa America. Argentina still won. So anybody that wants to act like Argentina are scrubs, they simply don't know Argentina. We all who have witnessed Copa America, we know Argentina are a very strong team outside of Lionel Andres Messi. Simeone and Nico Paz haven't even played yet during this tournament. But Argentina have many options off of this bench to change the complexion of a game. There are some people outside of 2022 who said that Messi would come off the bench during Copa during World Cup 2026. No, this is the goat of football. That does not compute. Argentina need GOAT Messi out there on the pitch to win. They don't have to start. They just have to make cameo appearances in the second half. This Argentina Jordan game is very interesting because we don't know what to expect yet from a game plan perspective from Argentina that have nothing to play for. Nico Paz is a beast with Fabregas and Como. That's definitely one of the things to look out for Argentina and Jordan. Nico Paz gets some minutes, he gets some game time in the World Cup. He could even score, and he's ready to be an impact substitution, especially if a match goes to extra time. Maybe we don't rely on Dibu Martinez. Argentina are not cowards. They'll look to win the game in extra time. They're not just going to play the Louis van Gaal losers way of just forcing the penalty shootout. Argentina could easily do it because they have Dibu Martinez, but Argentina had the subs to grab the game by the throat in extra time, and Argentina did score against France there in the extra time. And Netherlands were being little cowards, and they just wanted to force it to penalty shootouts. Exactly. Van Gaal's crying rigged about World Cup, but Argentina didn't even have a single penalty when they won Copa America. These people who say I should be fucking humble, get the fuck out of here. These people say Argentina only won because of Infantino and FIFA. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Imagine if Maradona were still here today. If all he heard was Argentina only won because of FIFA, he'd be flipping off everybody. So I'm going to do the same as Maradona, especially if Argentina play Portugal in the quarterfinals. They're already saying that somebody other than Argentina, that UEFA is going to win the World Cup. This will be a very painful World Cup for anybody but CONMEBOL outside of Brazil. Because we're going to give that same energy back to these PENDU fans who think they already won the World Cup before it even began. You guys are arrogant. I'm not arrogant because my team won major trophies, 3 consecutive major trophies. That doesn't make me arrogant. That makes me know that I know I'm great. But you PENDU fans, you've won nothing since 2016. You think you've already won the World Cup. You are, in fact, arrogant. You could have had Mourinho, but you don't have Mourinho, but you're still going to win the World Cup. You guys are the arrogant wankers. Not me. Not me. Because I know I have a strong team. You are, in fact, arrogant and prideful. That is the difference. Argentina have earned the right by merit to feel high about themselves. The same cannot be said about Portugal or France outside of MBAPPE, because they don't have many players there really that were part of the 2018 World Cup. No. Dibu Martinez is cold-blooded as core. Portugal are nobodies. We're going to whip their ass. We make them meet them the quarterfinal. We saw the real Portugal against DR Congo. We've yet to see how they handle Colombia. They took Argentina the extra time. I'll laugh my fucking ass off if Colombia get through with the draw, as Colombia did in 90 minutes against Argentina. I will be arrogant because we need somebody to emulate Diego Armando Maradona. These people start barking about PENDU in France and MBAPPE and all these other little fake actors. Somebody's got to stand for Argentina. They go Armando Maradona not here to do that. I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna go ham on these fucking people when he whipped these fucking ass out of this tournament. No, I welcome PENDU against Argentina. I love Martinez's cold-blooded confidence in a penalty shootout. I want to see us taunt Portugal when we beat them in the quarterfinal. I want to make them hate Argentina and root for England. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. I want to disrespect Portugal throughout the entire journey because you Pendu fans are always making noise that the Simpsons has decided the World Cup. Not the teams on the pitch, but a fucking TV series. That is pretty disrespectful, isn't it? I think some Argentina players will talk some shit about the Simpsons back to these Portuguese players. Let me tell you, nothing can live up to the Battle of Luceo as with a Portugal Argentina quarterfinal. I love the fact that we have some very cocky ass, swagger ass characters. England don't win things because England have too many nice guys on their team. England have too many nice guys. That's not Argentina, right? That's not Argentina. Was Messi nice the white horse? He disrespected Argentina. I'll root for Colombia against Portugal because I think Roberto Martinez is a garbage coach. It could be up to Infantino to have Portugal Argentina. It could be up to the CEO of FIFA. We just don't know yet. If Portugal know what the script is, but they don't want the shame of losing against Messi. We just don't know what the plan is yet, quite frankly. But it's a great matchup either way. Like a Portugal against Spain or a Portugal against Argentina, it's a great matchup either way. But Battle of Luceo, Portugal, Argentina. And Maradona is flipping off these Pendu fans in the stands, at least from the heavens. This would be the greatest World Cup ever if we beat Portugal and we beat England and we beat Spain. We are the most ultimate of underdogs, blessed from the heavens, the greatest of all golden generation. We don't even need to face Germany. We don't even need to face Germany. I could care less how Portugal does against Colombia. Only one person knows the script: Infantino and all of his subordinates. I don't know what agreement Infantino had with Ronaldo. Ronaldo can be a bitch and avoid facing Messi because he's already a bitch and said, "Oh, Argentina won previous World Cups outside of Messi. That's why they won." So Ronaldo is a bitch and a cuck. He's a wanker. He's padding stats against Uzbekistan. I can see Germany against Spain, honestly. I can see Germany knocking out France. I totally can. If FIFA wants Messi to have a considerable cushion for the goals, now France could lose against Morocco too. Don't forget, France can face against Morocco. They could lose against Morocco. It is a possibility. I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Morocco wants to gain credibility before they host the World Cup in 2030. So it is very possible for Morocco to beat France. If Morocco wants to gain influence before they host 2030, and Morocco says, well, we're a top team in the world and we can challenge for the World Cup in 2030, and we are hosting it. But yeah, fuck Morocco. They're cheats. Hopefully Morocco does lose. I hope they beat France, but I hope Morocco loses at any other portion of the tournament. AFCON loses credibility with this kind of thing that happens there. With these players walking off because they got awarded the penalty. 6-7! 6-7! 6-7! 6-7! 6-7! 6-7! 6-7! 6-7! Piers Morgan, dude, fuck that guy. He's been paid by PENDU to circle jerk PENDU. He is a joke. Donald Trump pays people to circle jerk Donald Trump. Who pays people to say that he's better than Messi. He's a joke. That is satanic. You have to pay people to say that you're better than Messi. You are a joke. PENDU's a joke. I cannot wait until Portugal get knocked out. Portugal, PENDU's main reaction was not that I helped the team. It was that I'm in front of the cameras. I am PENDU. I'm in front. I have the spotlight. This guy is sick. How do people fucking tolerate this guy? His fans are retards. He is so narcissistic. I cannot stand that PENDU at all. It is only for his own personal glory. I cannot stand that guy. But his own teammates can't stand that guy. Nobody wants to see PENDU in the World Cup except for his own fans that wish they were famous enough to be very vain and vile and narcissistic and self-absorbed and selfish and prideful and very outright terrible human beings. This is who PENDU is. He is not a role model. He is a self-absorbed douchebag. And that is a fact. No Italian footballer is a douchebag like PENDU. He is completely fake. His looks are not even real or genuine. He had plastic surgery. Take a look at the earlier photos of the younger PENDU. He's a joke. He's not going to win this World Cup. Argentina will. GOAT Messi will. I could learn a few things about Messi. Messi wouldn't be barking at the PENDU fans like I will. But somebody's got to continue the legacy of Diego Armando Maradona. Maradona will be barking at PENDU fans if he eliminates them. So I believe somebody's got to continue the legacy of Diego Armando Maradona. Messi is the GOAT. Nobody come close to GOAT Messi. Nobody come close to GOAT Messi. He is my Messiah. He won the World Cup before Christmas. He is the Christ. He won after Pope Bergoglio's 86th birthday for Argentina's first World Cup victory since 1986. I think Otamendi was the last player that was selected by Diego Armando Maradona. Uday, I think Otamendi was the last player that was selected by Maradona. He was the last player on the current squad to be selected by Diego Armando Maradona. Fuck England. If they play England, fuck them and their little arrogant crybaby fan base. Italia beat you, but you act like Italia were a shit team. Well, fuck England. I've got Irish ancestry, so you fucked over the other side of my ancestry. So fuck England. My mom's sitting here saying, why fuck England? Well, you're Irish, motherfucker. And they fucking enslaved these fucking people, I swear to God. Imagine being Italian in Ireland or a Spanish person in Ireland when they were playing England in the Euro final. Okay, England, they saved the world from noise pollution. I think he's going to win everything. It's up to the voters if he wins Ballon d'Or or Harry Kane. Now, the crybaby bitch-ass losers. Okay, if Messi's the best player in the World Cup, he should absolutely win it over Harry Kane. I don't give a fuck if he plays for Inter Miami. He's dominating the best players in the world at the biggest stage, the World Cup. Okay? But it was strategic to play for Inter Miami. Messi would be used to be playing in the very hot humidity weather of the Americas. This was partial strategy too. Rodrigo De Paul too understands playing in the climate of the Americas. So this was voluntary for Messi to play in America because he was getting ready to conquer this World Cup. Austria was in an indoor controlled temperature climate. Now, he had the hat trick in an outdoor climate in an open air stadium at Arrowhead Stadium. Okay, Messi side of indoor temperature controlled environments, 3 goals in 1 match. I hope he breaks both stones, both for goals, and he surpassed Pele in assists. He needs 3 assists to pass Pele. Now, that motherfucker there against Austria, he should have executed the assist from Lionel Messi. He should have had his first World Cup assist against Austria, but his stupid ass teammate there, he really should have scored there. Okay, Messi should win Ballon d'Or if he scores every goal during the group stage. Fuck Pendu. This is not your World Cup. You're a camel. Your free kick stance. You look like a camel and an ass and not a goat in a real professional. Messi plays for MLS. He's going to win the World Cup at the United States playing for MLS. You're a low IQ, brain dead retard if you predict Portugal with Roberto Rubbish Martinez. You have no football knowledge whatsoever. If you predict Pendu because of some crazy ass numbers, you don't even look at who your manager is. Jose Mourinho, okay, his guy is a serial winner, but you have Roberto Martinez, you're a joke. I'll be live for Colombia, Portugal. Okay, this is a hate stream. Colombia have an Argentinian manager. Do you think he's very motivated to send Ronaldo on the knockout side of death? Okay, this is for country at this point for Colombia's manager. To send PENDU to the tough side of the bracket. And you wankers only played Uzbekistan. You guys are rubbish. You are a joke. I would laugh my ass off if the voters gave the award to Messi, start bitching because he played for Inter Miami. Like, don't you understand that the World Cup is the biggest of stages where the best players in the world compete for the World Cup title? And if Messi dominates the World Cup, it doesn't matter if he's not playing for a European club. He should win Ballon d'Or. He absolutely should. If he wins World Cup, he should win Ballon d'Or. If Messi is the best player in the world, as he's proving that he is the best player, then he should win Ballon d'Or. Fourth World Cup title. Good call, Uday. Good call. Good call. Because it's by design. I think it's by design. So good call. PENDU is a joke. Okay. It would be great if Messi can score all the goals he wants and Argentina still win. But the main objective is to win the World Cup, and we don't care about Messi's goal stats. Because it is about winning. And Messi has always been obsessed about winning. So it is great that Messi has scored 5 goals so far in the World Cup. But make no mistake about it, winning is all that matters. That is the quote. Winning is all that matters. MBAPPE can have his irrelevant goal scoring records in the World Cup. I would take the extra World Cup trophy. Winning should be precedent over individual accommodates for Lionel Andres Messi. 100%. No. He's not winning 2030. He doesn't need to win a third World Cup because Pele only played 2 matches in 1962 and he got injured. But Brazil were completely stacked. They still won without Pele. So that shows how important Pele was to Brazil. He was surrounded by great athletes around him. So that can be used against Pele in the GOAT debate. Argentina, they don't win this World Cup without Lionel Messi. They still won without Pele. That's how stacked Brazil was. Messi, I loved Pele's uh, humility when he praised Messi's World Cup victory. I want to shout out Pele when the opportunity arises, when it's fully warranted. Pele fully shouted out Messi after his World Cup victory. I guess by Saturday we find out if we have a second battle of Lusail. I mean, Pele scored braces against Italia and Sweden in his two World Cup finals. So Messi doesn't have to bag a hat trick in the final. He just has to score a brace. If Pele scored braces in two finals, Messi's probably going to score a brace in the World Cup final at MetLife. Because it already has been written for that to happen in the final. I mean, it's very unlikely Messi faces Uruguay. It's either Capo Verde or Saudi Arabia because Spain will probably beat Uruguay, and then whoever picks up the point or points between Saudi Arabia and Cabo Verde, well, that's who's going to be runner up in the group. Well, it all depends on what the game plan is from the Scaloni. Is Messi going to play only one half, or is he going to play the entire game? We don't know yet, but I still think it's worth a bet to bet on Messi to get a hat trick against Jordan. If it's only $10, to bet on a hat trick or $20, then it's worth the stake. If he goes up against Capo Verde, then the probability of a hat trick increases. Then we go to Gematria in Georgia equals 62, then he can bag the hat trick against England, and Maradona is flipping off England. So it all works its course there. We will no doubt see a 60-second hat trick for Lionel Andres Messi during this World Cup. We still don't know when it's going to happen yet. But it would make more sense for it to happen when the stakes count the most in the World Cup knockout. But Messi can be head and shoulders above MBAPPE if he does get this hat trick against Jordan before the knockout. I can see it happening. This Jordan match is interesting with nothing to play for because we don't know what the game plan is or what to expect yet during that. That's what makes it very intriguing. What if Messi gets 2 goals, but he gets 2 assists that tie Pele in the final group match? I'm just bringing up hypotheticals. He doesn't have to focus on assists anymore if he ties Pele in assists. I mean, I think they can win 6-0 against Jordan. I think they can win 6-0 against Jordan. Messi is the goal. It has been a pleasure to all five. Cinco de Copas, 5 goals from Messi at the time that Argentina win the group. His 5th senior trophy with Argentina. It is all about the 5th of Copas of Cups. We're going to do the business. We're going to do the business. I think it will be written for Giuliano to get a goal at some point in the knockout or in the group. Giuliano could score in extra time. He's a great goal scorer for Atletico. I'm not. He's all ready to go. No other Argentina player scored a goal outside of Lionel Andres Messi. It really is too good to be true. scripted, or both. Or both. Or both. But Messi is the GOAT. It's about to make all the haters cry. If we play Capo Verde in the round of 32, Romero does not even have to play against Capo Verde. I think if we play Capo Verde, Romero doesn't have to play until 14 days or so, whatever it is. So if we play Capo Verde, there's a probability of a Messi brace or a hat trick, and Romero doesn't have to play against Capo Verde. Otamendi can play, and we still win. Otamendi's a top-notch defender. So all the little bitch-ass little fucking haters want to disrespect Nicolas Otamendi. Okay, he played every minute in the 2022 World Cup. No, you and your only God knows. Well, I may as well be God if I predicted Argentina to win every trophy since 2021. You are full of dog shit. You can view the playlist. I have predicted Argentina to win everything throughout this journey. I am God. Leo is God. God is God. This clown right here did not view my playlist. I predicted Argentina to win everything since 2021. I am a legend. I am a huge legend. Nobody has broken down the death of Maradona and Lionel Messi's incarnation and innate destiny to greatness like I have. He's just a little bitch ass loser who bet on another team other than Argentina in 2022. He probably bet on another team other than Argentina to win 2026. That is what I'm here for. My sister's birthday is today, a day after Messi. She died 2 days before Maradona died. That is what I'm here for. My sister died 2 days before Diego Armando Maradona died. We're going to win 2 straight World Cups. My sister's here to carry us to victory, okay? She's here to carry us to victory. She died 2 days before Maradona died. Her birthday was a day after Lino Andres Messi's birthday. We are el equipo de Dios. We are here to win, and we have the greatest of all golden generations, and it is the pleasure of world football to witness the Argentina of 2021 to 2026. It is a pleasure to see a team right here that is inherently blessed to win. And now you are nobody. Where's your YouTube channel? Where are your receipts? Where are your predictions? Nowhere to be found. They click on their YouTube channel, no videos, no nothing, no receipts. These people cannot be taken seriously. I have plenty of receipts. Pussies don't put themselves out on the line. You see, that can't be said about here, over here. They just want to talk shit about the messenger. They're not looking at themselves. They're not putting themselves on the line with any receipts on YouTube. How do you want to get respect? That's how you get respect right there. And the link right here, the link here, he doesn't put himself online, does he? No, he's a little bitch. That's what he is. They can view any video they want over the course of 5 years during the Argentina Golden Generation. I've visited everything from this Argentina. They hate this team because they know they're great. And they know they can back up their talk. And their very limits have been tested throughout all 4 major tournaments. Italia is a 3-0 victory. Okay. Greatest of all time is 86. The Finalissima was originally scheduled to be played on the 86th day of the year. Dale campeón, 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 dale. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Screw the big chest ladies. Screw them. Screw them. Screw them. Fit the cups. That's the only thing that matters. We're almost through the group stage. We'll get through the round of 32. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it, brother. Well, Annie Di Lorenzi has Camacho 151, and 151 is a 36 prime number. And she died 151 days after her birthday. And Argentina won their first World Cup in 36 years. But there must be some strong symbology of her dying 2 days before Diego Maradona died. That there must be a back-to-back World Cup. I did not think, Messi would be able to play a second World Cup back in 2021. But this is why he is the goal. He can prove me wrong. Brazil fans have chest pain. They're hurting. They are suffering. But I live in reality, and they live in fantasy. Pain went straight to Brazil. 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 I'm enjoying every moment of this. Pain went straight to Brazil. There's nothing you can do about it, Brazil. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't Messi think God. You ain't nothing yet, Brazil. You ain't nothing. Pain went straight to Brazil. Pain went straight to Brazil. Just pains went straight to Brazil. They have to play Japan. They have to play Norway. They have to play winner of England and Mexico. They went straight to Brazil. Went straight to Brazil. This is hilarious. They're all butt hurt because I changed Argentina, but that's the team that's supposed to win. You're all butt hurt because all you feel is the emotional fan attachment to your team, but that's not what determines tournaments. Is fan attachment to your team. that's why I'm still predicting you to win in 2034 when the Argentina dynasty has been concluded. Brazil fans are butthurt wanking losers. It is hilarious. They are so butthurt. They are so butt fucking painful hurt. Pain went straight to Brazil fans. Pain went straight to Brazil. Massive chest pains to Brazil. How'd you not get chest pains? I don't know, Bassett. I don't know. But you need to stop being a bitch ass, hating ass wanker. You understand that I just think that your team's gonna win in a different year. I could be your God and your Lord and Savior once Brazil is eliminated, but pain, just pain went straight Brazil. It's called African banter. Pain went straight to. They're referring to chest pain. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. But sorry, Messi's the GOAT. Messi's the GOAT. But Hendrick is not going to be there till 2034. Sorry. Until Yaman wins, that's when Hendrick's going to win. Chest pains went straight to Brazil. Freaking banter is hilarious. When they say pain went straight to, they're referring to chest pain. PENDU fans, this is hilarious. This is massive chest pain. I can't wait until PENDU fans lose. I love African banter. Pain went straight to. I love African banter. Pain went straight to. They're feeling chest pains, PENDU fans. I can't wait. Where did pain went straight to originate from? African football fan banter. I can't wait. I can't wait. Look at my jersey. You really think Messi's going to lose again? You're hilarious. Hilarious. Pain went straight to PENDU fan. I'm keeping receipts of every PENDU fan, every Portugal fan out there. You're hilarious. You're hilarious. You don't understand the main ritual. Go Messi surpassed Pele as the main ritual. Why would PENDU be at the center of the ritual?